Welcome to RM Wraps. My name is Randy Miller, and today I'm going to be showing you how to wrap your own front door. It's very simple. Alright, so what you see behind me is an average door. It's a flat door, it's been painted several times, and it has a little scuff marks here and there, but that's easy to fix with just by just a little couple swipes of the paint. But what I'm after is something different, something unique, something that's cheap but very cool to look at. So it's more of a wow factor. So when someone comes into your house, they say, ooh, this is actually cool. And actually you can change it out. So every year, if you get tired of that door wrap, you can actually wrap it in a different thing. Well, today we're going to be wrapping is what I call it a castle door wrap. And there's different styles, thousands of different styles I can come up with the door wrap, but I'm going to show you how to actually wrap a door. Okay, the first step you need to do is take the door handles, the deadbolts, and anything else that is actually makes it more challenging to put the vinyl on the door. That's the first step. Alright, the second step what I do is I get a water bottle and I put alcohol in it and probably 20% water on it. And then what you do is you spray this whole thing down, get it nice and clean after you remove the door handles, the doorknobs, and deadbolts or anything like that. Make sure to clean the edges very, very well because you don't want it lifting after time. This removes all the dirt, the oils, and the stuff that just collects over time. Alright, this is the third step, is installing the door wrap. And what I normally do is I put the door on the door, pull it down, about 12 inches. Flip it around. I usually line the top cut all the way over on top. As you can see, I'm pulling it off and on to readjust it. Making sure it's all aligned all the way down. If it isn't, I normally go put my knee in the middle of the door and work my way up. And go from the middle and then work my way all the way up. And before you start squeegeeing it, make sure it's level all the way down. What I normally do is I grab a squeegee with a felt tip on it. If you don't, you can grab a credit card or anything hard. And I get a rag and I wrap it around twice. Like this. There you go. And this prevents scratching on the vinyl or anything. The vinyl is pretty tough, and when you use a heat gun, when it sinks it in, it actually it will melt the scratches too, and make everything look glossy or smooth, or it just makes it look a lot better. But this is the process I go through. Pull it down about that much, and about 12 inches. And what I normally do is I put my knee, you can't see it, but you put my knee on the door and I'm pushing it down so it makes the vinyl all level. You can use your hands too to push it down. But you can see how easy it is. I mean, it's not that hard to actually wrap this door. And another thing is, if you get tired of this door wrap in a year, or even 6 months, or even a month, you can take it off and apply a new one. Alright, so you see the next step is actually I'm cutting the edges over right here. I just remembered that on this door design I wanted it to go from the edge, not all the way to the edge. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just grabbing a knife and you go straight down and you get a nice clean edge like this. And also what you need to do is, where's that? Oh, there's right here. You cut it next, and then you cut all the way around here, and then you insert your door locks or deadbolts or anything like that. Same thing applies right here. I can easily bring it over all the way over here, but like I said before, I designed this door to go straight over here. Oh, and actually what you see right here is a little wrinkle, and don't worry about that, because you can easily do, you can pull it off and reapply it. Then you're done. This material is great because, see, there's no more air bubbles in there. You can't see no more. Because it's air release vinyl. So if there's a little air bubble in the front of your door, you just massage it out. Alright, so the last step you need to do is actually use a heat gun. The heat gun, what it does, it sinks in the vinyl and melts the vinyl into the door. You really don't need to do the heat gun, but I like to do the heat gun. It just seals it up and it will last a lot longer if you just use the heat gun. Okay, we're all done wrapping the door, and there's lots of millions of ideas I can come up with wrapping these doors. The long part of the wrapping a door is actually taking the handles off and the deadlocks and cleaning the door. The wrapping the door part is pretty fast and easy. It usually takes about a half an hour to wrap a door. I'm going to show you the positives and negatives of this door wraps, and I'm just trying to be honest with you, and I don't want to surprise you in any kind of way. And so with the positive, there's several different kinds of positives of this door wrap. First of all, the main thing is there's millions of images you can choose from, and ideas or themes or seasonal things to wrap your door, and that's the number one thing that I want to illustrate to you is you can do anything. The second thing is I'm using the highest quality vinyl for the door wraps. It's actually the same kind of vinyl as a car wrap. So if it can survive 7 years of the sun and the weather and the snow and the sleet and the sand and everything on a car, it can definitely survive your front door or your interior doors or your office door, or your shop door, or your garage door, or anything that has to do with doors. Definitely lasts a lot longer. Another thing is actually it's easier to clean, believe it or not. These wraps are so much easier to clean than a regular door. And also the next step is if you have a metal door and the door is dented, you can actually get Bondo, and you can go to any auto store and you can buy spot Bondo at the tube. Looks like a tube, and you can spot Bondo the dents and the scratches and everything, and make it all smooth, wrap it up, and you have a perfectly smooth door again. That's another beauty of this. Another step is actually the vinyl. It has air release vinyl. Air release is actually there's little meshes in the vinyl, and so I got a little bubble in there. You just massage it off, call it good, and bubbles are all gone. The negative part of it, if the door is actually coming out a little bit for like a windows or decor or anything like that, you need to actually cut around it, and because it doesn't sink in all the way. And another thing is if you have a crappy paint job, or if the paint job is really not that good and you pull the vinyl off, the paint might come off. I'm just forewarning you. I haven't had that happen yet, but I'm just forewarning you that might happen. That's the only thing negative that I'm only worried about is the paint. If it's a bad paint job, it might come off. Other than that, I think that's it for the negative side. Hey, if you got any comments or questions, comment down below. Or if you want to contact me, my name is Randy Miller. My phone number is 208-696-1180, and my email address is rmwraps@gmail.com. You can also check me out at rmwraps.com. Alright, well my name is Randy Miller, and if you need to contact me again, contact me. Serious. Alright, this is RM Wraps, and I'll catch you later.